it's enough. The picture quality is pretty much the same.
Okay. You know your phone better. All right. So put, you may need to make it a little thicker to start with, and then wipe the excess off with a clean sponge. There will be bags of clean sponges around.
Not zooming.
Okay. Sponges are where bacteria grow, so we don't reuse them. We throw them away in this theater. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe all the excess off, and that little bit that's left should feel more comfortable and not look super greasy shiny. Okay. For this show, this bottom eyeliner and a little blush, and you're good. Okay. I'm going to do a little more than that so you can see it. But I'll do it after I do the basic. Ben Nye Neutral Set Powder will lighten your makeup a little tiny bit, but more importantly, it has an antiperspirant built into it. So you don't sweat through the makeup quite as easily. And you press it, relax. You press it in. Some places will have you use pancake makeup, which is a water-activated makeup, but that's harder to provide for a group and keep hygienic. So it's not that you have to use cream makeup. It's just what makes the most sense in this situation. Eyeliner. The purpose of eyeliner is to make your eye look a little bigger by outlining a little bit. And I'm working the makeup into the brush. Okay. I'm going to wipe the excess off. It's easier to add more makeup than it is to wipe it off. If you go to wipe it off, it almost always looks messy. Now I want you to tilt your chin down and look up at yourself in the mirror.
Okay.
That lifts your eyelashes away from your skin so that we can get a brush underneath. Okay? And it should just about touch your lashes in the middle and then open up into an almost straight line. You can use pencils. They are such a pain to keep sharp that I don't. Doesn't mean you can't, but I just... Now this was a cream eyeliner, again, so we can keep it hygienic. So I'm going to powder it before it has a chance to move. Okay, if you go and you buy a liquid, for example, you probably don't need to worry about powdering it. If you do a pencil, I would still powder it because it has a tendency to want to run down your face. Okay. Your eyebrows are fine. I wouldn't do anything to them. No reason to. A little bit of coral or tech blush. A big soft swath, not a spot or a streak. Think about where you turn red from the cold. Sort of just a little bit, nothing super. Okay. Now, that's all you need for this show. If you were someplace where you really needed to chisel bone structure, a much bigger house, flatter lighting. Start with a lighter, softer brown. You can always add more. But it's really hard to wipe it off and not have it look like dirt. Okay, we're going to come up on the bottom of the cheekbone and pull down. And we're making an imaginary line from this bump in the top of the bump in the ear to the top lip. Turn your face that way, ever so slightly. Okay, so from the top of that bump, or the bottom of the shell curve, whichever makes more sense to you, towards the top lip, and stop before you get to the corner of the eye, at which point you sort of gently hook down. Okay, if you want more jaw, you come down from the earlobe. Costumers hate this because it gets all over the white shirts. And you're young and you have a nice jawline, so you don't need to worry about it. But, you know, at some point in your life, you might need this piece of information. It is the important thing is that it is a shadow under your jaw. Turn this way. Not a line on your jaw. Okay, turn towards me. Drop your jaw to sing.
Yeah.
Okay, turn the other way. Drop your jaw to sing.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, always check your makeup with a hand mirror in profile. Don't trust each other. I know better. I've seen what happens with, does my jaw look okay, dude? Yeah, I've seen that happen. It's fine. You might end up doing a little bit of shadow down your nose, the sides of your nose. A little temple shadow. Okay, the face is becoming more dimensional at a distance.
Would these same tricks be the ones that you would use to do something like old age in a theater like this, or would they be different? Okay.
Well, not necessarily the location, but the highlight and shadow concept.
Okay.
Yep. Close for me. You might end up with a little bit of shadow. Extending out, open. Again, to pull the audience into thinking that the eye area is bigger. Not super dark. Okay. If you were somebody who had no natural lip color, and those people do exist, I'm one of them. For men, I don't do full lips. What I do or for any character that shouldn't have lipstick, because not every character should have lipstick. If you look, lips are not perfectly even in color, right? But there is a natural edge to them. So I might add a hint of color and then go in and add a little Carmex or lip moisturizer of some sort and just blend it in. Blot lightly for me. So it doesn't look like a thick, whoopsie, there's some eyeliner on your lip now. We'll just erase that. And that blob of red right there. Okay, so it's just, again, it shouldn't look like a lip. Like, you know, I've drawn my lips on. But it's just a little rosier. Just turning up the volume a little bit. Okay? Good eyebrows, good eyebrows, good eyebrows. Yeah, so you guys don't need to worry about adding significantly to your eyebrows at this point. Make sense? Anything drastically different from high school? No red dots, if you've ever been in a dance company that did red dots, which actually do work, but nobody does it anymore, but they do work. I tested it. I put half the, anyway.
Just for Hoffman and the animatronics scene.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, now, hair for this period. Clean part. Does not matter whether the part is on the left side or the right side. But if you are in a neat, tidy outfit, you want to have a straight part.
Do you ever part your hair?
I try to, and then it decides to not anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're not using a strong enough product.
There you go.
Mystery solved.
But that's the same case with me. I'm just like, I don't want to spend money on a product. I'm in
Well,
college.
luckily for you, we provide the hairspray.
Thank you.
But it takes some practice to get a straight part.
Mhm.
And it's sometimes a little tricky to see in the mirror, so you may need to help each other.
Oh wow.
Just as a one, opposed to one that like slopes off to one side, or
Or as opposed to one that looks meandering through the woods.
okay.
Nice straight line. And you can use some sort of heavy duty Brill cream product, but it's really not required. Just as long as your hair's not flopping in your face, you're fine.
I don't think I'll have that problem.
No. Okay. All right, go ahead and turn your phone off. Get yours out, take a close up.
Okay.